Hello everyone, I'm here today to do another review for the long list of the Booker this year, and it's going to be Fortune Men by Nadifa Mohamed. This book is a historical fiction account of a real event that happened in the 50s. So it follows a murder that happened in Cardiff in the 1950s and the prosecution of the Somali guy as the man that did it and the case and all of that. And we see basically the idea of the book, I think, is the fact that Mohammed Matan, this man, the Somali man, is not a perfect person, but it is innocent of this murder. And despite that, how the evidence is manipulated to make him convicted. And so again, another Booker Prize long-listed book that I felt very ambivalent about. I think that the discussion of race and the way that story was treated was quite nuanced and effective. The fact that, it seems that this man didn't do it, and yet a lot of people were willing to say that they witnessed things that make him guilty. And that goes, I guess, partly to the fact that they wanted him convicted, but also partly the racist fact that many people are not able to distinguish one black person to another. I don't know if that was the case, but yeah, it did have a bit of that feel as well, that they wanted justice for this woman that was murdered, and they didn't care really who did it as long as they had someone to blame for. So I like that part. I think that there are some parts of that story that are quite emotionally impactful in that sense. However, I think that there are also a lot of sections that were dragged out quite a bit, especially the court sections. I mean, I understand that that's the point, to show how all of this information was manipulated, but yeah, the court section felt really long and unnecessary at points. So for me, this book was a little bit. It was not a bad book, but it was not as effective as it could have been if it was like a bit more punchy. I didn't think it was punchy enough. So yeah, it's a bit of a middle of the road thing here again. I think it's not a bad book. I enjoy parts of it. I appreciated the conversation about racism, and it's cool that it's in Cardiff. It's not like London or Brooklyn or whatever every single time. I enjoyed that it was in Cardiff. But ultimately, it was dragging out quite a bit. There were sections that were great. There were sections that were just, I had to slog my way through. And the writing, again, it was good. It was nothing spectacular either. I don't think this book was about the writing in itself. I mean, it does its job. That's what it does. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I don't know much what to say other than that. I found the epilogue quite good, because it actually puts the things in perspective within the real story, because this is based on in a real story, so it gives the cutout of the newspaper article where they talk about the real case, and she also talks about the real people involved, like the wife and the children of this man. So I did like that. I think that the ending, it gets better as it goes, but still it didn't hit the nail on the head for me. So yeah, I don't know if it's going to be in the shortlist. I don't know. I don't think it's going to win. But yeah, it was a decent book. It was a solid book. And yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know in the comments if you have also read it, what you thought about it, if you want to read it, if you think it's going to be in the shortlist. And until next video, bye!